Never ready. Go ahead, Coach Banner.
Matt, just how have these first 6 games helped you assess how ready your team is to go into this next stretch, including, as you just talked about, 2 really tough road games coming up in the next week?
Well, I think we have good stretches, we have bad stretches. Really trying to search for some consistency more than anything. Even in this game today, we had some stretches where we didn't do a good job of executing offensively. We rushed things, we shot the ball too quick. What saved us was our ability to stop them and not let them get going offensively. So just got to be more consistent more than anything. As a coach, you're always looking for ways to improve yourself, but most of the time you're just trying to get better at what you already do. I was pleased once again with our rebounding. I think that's probably been the most consistent part for us. But our shot selection at times isn't very good because we go too quick in a possession or we just don't execute well. When we do show some poise and we do a good job executing, I think we've been pretty good offensively. So just trying to keep working on those things and keep putting ourselves in a position, to win games. But it's going to be, difficult. I think that's what each guy's got to understand, no matter who you play or where you play. Each game's difficult, and to be 5-1 at this point is good. But it'd be much better to be 6-0. But if you can learn from the one loss, and that can help you win more games down the road, then you can benefit from it.
Given the circumstances between Charleston and all the games you have coming up, given the start time, given the holiday, all that stuff, was there anything specifically you wanted to see from this game in terms of their maturity, their poise, their focus, any of that intangible stuff?
Well, I thought they were ready to play. I think they really gave that off going into the game, and but I thought they did some really good things. I think it's hard to travel for a team like Robert Morris, around Thanksgiving, and be able to play, especially on the road, and just, sometimes you can travel, be in a holiday tournament, and you play a neutral game. I think that's much easier for people. I think traveling and playing true road games are hard at this time of the year, around Thanksgiving or around Christmas. So you have an advantage of being home. You have an advantage of, being a better team, to be frank. And so you have a lot of things going your way, but sometimes you have the human nature piece of it where, guys aren't quite dialed in or ready to play. And I thought our guys did a good job, being ready to go today.
37 bench points today. Just what did you like about the contributions you got from the bench?
Well, I think you got to be able to, get some depth on your team. Evan Boudreaux's, really done well for us. He's more like a starter though, and I thought, Sasha and Eric knocking down a couple threes was really good. I think anytime we can put guys out there that can stretch the defense for us, that's really going to help us across the board. The more people they got to worry about, the better. And then I thought at the end of the game, I think it's hard to find your way as a freshman sometimes, especially when you're out of the rotation like Travion was. I thought Travion came in and gave us some really good minutes, did some really good things there. So, nothing's ever in concrete. You want to be able to get guys that, keep making improvements, keep getting better when they get spot minutes, and keep getting better in practice, because that's what you need. You need more than 5 starters. Good programs have more than 5 starters.
To kind of piggyback on that, actually, I wanted to ask a little more about Eric, expanding on what he did. Just what did you like from what you got out of him today, and how did you see him kind of maybe expand his?
Well, I thought he did a good job. He only had 1 turnover, but he had 6 assists, which is great. So to be able to play 22 minutes and have that line, also do some good things for us defensively. And it's hard. Like he probably had his first, real lesson against Virginia Tech. He didn't play because defensively he didn't play that good. And that's just that. And you move on. And it's like, well, it's in short minutes, whatever. You don't have time for that when you're playing someone the caliber of Virginia Tech. And sometimes when you play other games, you have time to work through, some issues or whatever. So I think it allows you to go back and kind of evaluate, and you learn a hard lesson, and and now you want to do well. You want to play a game, right away. You don't want to go to practice. You want to play a game and get out there and prove yourself. And I thought he bounced back and did a good job. And that's life as a sub. That's why you want to be the other guy. You want to get established get in there, start, play 30 minutes a game, and have that kind of consistency. Because when you can get there, you can play through a lot of different things. But when you're playing rotation type minutes, it's hard. It's a hard role to have, and that's why you got to keep plugging. But I thought he did a great job for us tonight.
Klein said the next 5 games will determine what this team is all about. Do you feel that way, and are they ready for it this early in the season?
Yeah, well, I think it'll determine where we are. It'll determine, what kind of work we have, cut out for us in terms of, you're going to have to get quality wins versus teams that you feel that are going to go to the NCAA tournament. And these next 5 games are people that are going to be in that boat. And so hopefully we're one of those teams that are going to be in that boat, but we have to earn it just like they have to earn it. And, but this is what you want. We had it last year, and we had a tough stretch, and we had a lot of success in that stretch. And that's what you want. You want to be able to have these stretches, and it's hard. It's hard to win road games. It's hard to win road games versus quality people. But if you can do those things, then it's really going to help you and help your resume.
Not just in shooting, but you talked about how situational minutes. Ryan's gone from being a 6-man or that type thing to be. You see more consistency in his overall play with him at the starting.
Yeah, he's done a good job. He can really shoot the basketball, obviously. He's always been able to do that. He's got a knack to put the ball in the basket, but he understands the game. We need him, to be a really good defender. We need him to be a good team defensive guy. And I thought he did a good job of that tonight, but he's got to be consistent in that area. And I think that's the one thing when you go back and you move from that spot, to the spot he is. You have to be accountable across the board, and that's what you want. You want those kind of responsibilities. And that's what we need from him. I thought tonight he did those things.
You mentioned last year doing well in this same kind of tough stretch.
Right.
I guess right there at the start of that 19-game winning streak. Is the challenge different this year because of the makeup of this team, the experience of this team?
I think it's different because you have a different team, but I think there's a lot of similarities. Just kind of the time of the year, and you've played games, you've had a scrimmage, you've had an exhibition, you've played 6 games. It's what it's about. You come to Purdue to play quality people. Now we got a stretch right there. I think coaches have always, started off by you want X amount of games to get yourself ready for conference. When in reality, that's not the way it is anymore. That's not the way. You just don't. You can't win 20 games in the Big Ten, and you're automatically in the NCAA tournament. You have to be quality people. I think we saw it last year with a couple people in our league. You have to be able to play these people and be able to, obviously beat your fair share of them if you're going to get in the tournament, rightfully so. So, I think this is a great challenge for us, and we're looking forward to it.
Cool. Thank you, guys.